Hey everyone, welcome back to
5 Minute Eats, and we are on the last and final day of Michelangelo's week here on 5 Minute Eats.
It's been pretty rough.
It has. We started out real strong and then just kind of whoop. But we are going to tell you at the end of this episode which was our favorite. Hopefully there's another contender for the favorite, and which was our least favorite. But before we do that, we have got to review our final one, which is the Michelangelo's 3-cheese baked ziti. Ziti pasta smothered in a delicate cream sauce with a hint of garlic, Parmesan, and white wine, topped with mozzarella and Romano. Homemade taste for $4.29 for an 11-ounce tray of it.
So here we go again. It's the latest trend in American food. It's multiple cheeses on a product. You got 3 cheese, 4 cheese, 5 cheese, 6 piece. I think we even did an 8 cheese, right?
Yes,
a while ago. It was just insane. And so that's like the trend nowadays. Let's just do lasagna, spice it up with 5 cheese. Bam.
Yes, exactly.
Now this has 3. So at least it's not as obnoxious, right?
It's moderate.
It's moderate,
Yes.
right, in the cheese wars.
Yes, exactly.
Now-
and we also made this in the oven, just FYI, per their instructions.
So this actually looks good, and it looks almost to the box.
It does kind of look like the box. I do feel like the sauce, I'm hoping that it's going to be creamy, because looking at it, I don't know if it's going to be as creamy as I would love it to be.
And guys, if you're new to our channel, basically, we review everyday grocery items. So before you spend your hard-earned money, let us tell you if it's worth it.
Let's try this out. If you'd like to support this channel, the easiest way to do that is using our Amazon links the next time you shop there.
All right, guys, welcome back. Our rating system. Thumbs up out again, thumbs down we would not. So for me, this is a surprising thumbs up. Big thumbs up. This is really good. I went into this thinking I was going to hate on it, but surprisingly, this won me over, man. There's a lot of food here, and so I love the cream sauce. That sauce is really good. I love the garlicness of it. I like the cheeses.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them, surprisingly.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved it. It was saucy enough with the cheese. Now, the only thing is I don't like how it's a little rubbery. So this is something that you gotta, chew on, right?
The cheese on top?
And the pasta.
Oh, the pasta too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little, a little tough. I don't mind it though, because that sauce, this is like one of those things where I would have this as a side with something else, and you're just gonna enjoy it, right? It's awesome. Surprisingly, thumbs up.
If you like what we're doing here, please consider sending us super thanks. It helps us continue to provide more amazing content. Alrighty, for me, this one is going to be a thumbs up. I like this one too. I wish that there was more sauce though. I'm surprised you don't want more sauce. Oh,
I do want more
Okay.
sauce, but what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. I think that the sauce isn't quite as creamy as it seems on the cover, because it does kind of have some texture to it. However, I actually think it tastes really, really good. It's very well seasoned. This is how I wanted the shrimp scampi to taste, not in the same way, but I wanted it to be as flavorful, because it kind of has somewhat similar of a profile there.
Yeah, because I think the sauce is the star here.
Yes, 100%.
Because let's face it, otherwise it's just pasta with, cheese, right?
Yes, exactly. The sauce, they did really well on. I wish that there was a little bit more. And I think that having more sauce would have helped the pasta texture a little bit, because the pasta is a little tough in some bits. I think the ones that were more on the outer edges, they weren't really coated in sauce, so then those got harder than the rest of them. But overall, this is a really good one. I think that it would definitely fill you up too, because there's a lot of pasta here, and the sauce is a thick, rich sauce.
All right, guys, the week is up. We got to decide here which one was our favorite and which one was our least favorite. So we're going to start off with our least favorite. And so that one, for me, surprisingly, because I thought this would do really well, right? It was the freaking lasagna. That was just disgusting, man. That was just disgusting. It was too tangy. All I wanted to do when I ate that after that was just like scrape my tongue off, man, because I wanted to forget about it. It was horrible. What about you?
Okay, for me, I've been going back and forth on this because I think that there's two that really deserve to be the least favorite, but one of them is slightly worse than the other. Well, it's a lot worse than the other, but in different ways. My least favorite is the lasagna. That one was disgusting. Like, the overall flavor was just nasty.
Just think about that for a second. It was disgusting, right?
Yes.
Lasagna. How do you F that up?
Exactly. Now, I do want to note, though, that I also feel like the shrimp scampi, it deserves honorable mention there, or dishonorable mention, because I feel like they didn't even try. Like with the lasagna and the eggplant parm, I felt like they tried but just missed the mark, whereas the scampi, they didn't even try.
So I would say the eggplant, that one, they didn't even try.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, really? Like, why even bother with that?
I mean, that's true too.
All right, guys, now for our favorite of the week. So for me, it was easily the chicken Parmigiana. That one was restaurant quality. That was amazing. I was just like blown away by that. And like I said, the only problem with that is I wish there was more sauce. But as someone who always complains about sauce, that was like, all right, I could live with it because the chicken was freaking amazing. The breading, seasoned well, everything like about that chicken was just awesome. What about you?
All right, for me, it's going to be the chicken Parmigiana as well. That one was just so good. And while today's was a good dish, there was a little bit more that could be improved upon. Whereas the chicken Parmesan, I feel like you could make that in the oven and put it onto a plate and like convince someone that you just like made it yourself. Like I feel like that one was such good quality compared to everything else that we had this week. It was just near perfection, especially for a frozen food item. I think that they just hit that out of the park. They should just stick to that, really.
Exactly. I agree. They should really try to promote that because you don't see that at some of the stores, right?
Exactly. You see like the lasagna and the ziti more than you see anything else.
So that sums up this week. Stay tuned. We're going to have a new theme next week. And if you guys like what we're doing here, use our Amazon link, guys. It really helps us continue to do what we're doing here. Otherwise, if you want to go an easier route, you can just hook us up with the super things. Get us $50, $100, $1,000. We don't mind. We'll take $1,000 from you. But in the meantime, if you haven't, subscribe, give us a like. See you next week.
All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, Food Prep Inc. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.